Hey there, this is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not. Because I believe that you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by giving this video a thumbs up, and by subscribing or following me on whatever social media platform you happen to be watching this on, if you are not already. So, last time we talked about the holidays. We talked about the holiday expectation effect, and we talked a little bit about how that can cause both you, your ex, or other people or romantic prospects in your life to start to think about relationships differently during this time of year. And we're going to, of course, be talking about this throughout the month of December as we go through this holiday season together. But the topic of today's video is going to be about no contact and the holiday season, no contact and Christmas. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who are doing no contact, and I know that there are a lot of people who unfortunately see no contact as the only tool that they have at their disposal. This is something that we've talked about before, that you know, no contact is not the only thing that you have at your disposal, and you're actually doing yourself a disservice by just using no contact as the one tool that you have whenever you need to do something. So, you know, I'd love to take questions on this. Unfortunately, I did not get my new replacement microphone for my phone, which is what I use to live stream. So we're going to have to wait until, you know, maybe Monday or Tuesday, when hopefully I will have received my my new microphone by that point. But let's get into this. So first of all, if you are doing no contact with your ex right now, and you have a good reason to do no contact, again, we have discussed this previously, that the only reason you should do no contact is if interacting between you and your ex is not bringing the two of you closer together and is not allowing the two of you to have interactions that feel good. So if that is the case, then, you know, fine, go ahead and continue doing no contact. But if that is not the case, and there's really no reason for you to do no contact whatsoever, and you can just kind of ignore this particular video. You know, there are definitely people out there who I've worked with, or who I am actively working with, who are essentially back together with their ex. They just don't know it yet. You know, they're on very good terms and all that. I would definitely not recommend those people do no contact. The people that do need to do no contact are the people that still need to work on how they are bringing themselves to the interaction and still maximize the ability that they have to connect emotionally with their ex, so that they can create that great emotional impact. And those are the people that, you know, if they're in the middle of doing no contact, great, continue doing it. If they, you know, if you're having really poor interactions with your ex currently, if you're fighting a lot, having a lot of hurt feelings or whatever, maybe consider doing no contact and spend the time focusing on the advanced relational skills. But when it comes to the holiday season in general, okay, here are some things to keep in mind. Number one, I would not, if you are doing no contact, I would not directly recommend that you contact your ex on Christmas, on, you know, whatever holiday you may observe, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. Unless you feel that, like, okay, I would just feel bad about myself if I did not contact this person. But if you're going into it thinking like, okay, I'm going to send them some sort of contact message, and it's going to be like, hey, Merry Christmas or something, and then they're going to fall in love with me again because I sent that message, then that's probably not the right thing for you to do. You don't want to be sending a message with strings attached. We'll get into this more in a future video where we talk about how to reach out to your ex on the holidays. But I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves in that regard. But if your ex does contact you during the holiday season, first thing you need to do is you need to check yourself. Are you ready to be in contact with your ex? Are you in a place where you are likely able to have positive emotional experiences with them? Are you in a place where you are likely to have interactions that feel good? If you're, not in a great place because you're still reeling from the breakup, you're just in a bad place emotionally for any number of reasons, then it may not be a great time for you to get back in contact with them. In which case, just send them a little message that says, hey, thank you for messaging me. Unfortunately, right now, I just don't feel like I'm in a good place emotionally to be in contact with you. Nothing personal. I'm just going through my own stuff. I promise I'll get back in contact with you when I'm feeling more myself again, or whatever the case may be. And just go ahead and send that to them and then complete doing no contact. But you really want to make sure that, number one, if you are doing no contact, that you're focusing on the right things, which is to say, making sure that you are actively doing something to ensure that when you do get back in contact with them, that the two of you will have a stronger emotional connection, that you're not just doing what a lot of people unfortunately out there are doing, which is to just do passive no contact, which is to hope and pray that the mere passage of time will somehow make everything better, because that is not the case whatsoever. You're going to need to do something to stretch yourself so that you are able to have better emotional connections. And of course, the thing that has worked the best for my clients and in my own personal life as well too, is to develop and cultivate the advanced relational skills that we've talked about on the hundreds of videos on this channel and over on our newsletter at modernlove.life/quiz. You can just take a little quiz there, answer a couple of simple questions about your situation, just so that I know what sort of information to send you. Do you want information on how to get your ex back? Do you want information on dating? Do you want information on getting over a breakup? Like, what do you want? But anyway, these advanced relational skills are absolutely essential because they are helping you to elevate the quality of the connection that you have. If you're just relying on passive no contact, then essentially you may complete whatever it is, a month of passive no contact or something, and then you just get back in contact with your ex and it's the same dynamic that it was before, and then they just say, oh, well, you have not changed at all. Why should I bother being in contact with you? And that is the absolute last experience you want your ex to have when coming out of no contact, which is why you do want to do active no contact and cultivate those advanced relational skills. But anyway, we're getting a little bit off track here. So that's overall what I'd recommend in terms of no contact during the holidays, no contact during Christmas, is to focus on whether or not you're ready to be in contact with your ex, not whether or not you're eager to be in contact with your ex, but whether or not you can look inside and emotionally say, you know what, I'm ready to handle this. I've put in some time, I've put in some work, I've stretched myself, I've worked on the advanced relational skills. Or whether or not you can look inside and say, you know what, I would love to be in contact with them, but I am just not ready yet. I'm too emotionally volatile, I'm too emotionally fragile right now. And just be honest with yourself. And if you are okay to be in contact with them and they contact you, then hey, go ahead, see where that leads you. If you're not okay with it, then send them a message like the one that I mentioned earlier. But overall, if you are doing no contact, I would recommend finishing that up. And of course doing it actively, and if you do not need to do no contact because you're already having uplifting positive interactions with your ex, then by no means do no contact, because something's working. Don't screw up what's working just fine. But with that being said, you may want to review the video that I posted, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, about the holiday expectation effect and all of that. But anyway, with that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you are liking those shorter videos that I've begun posting recently. We're going to continue with that. We're going to, once I get that new microphone, start doing live streams again instead of these longer formatted pre-recorded ones. I want to do those live streams again. But until I have the right equipment, I can't do that. So hopefully that will start again next week, but thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. And I hope you have a great holiday season out there. Take care. I'll talk to you next time.